Coming up next, the Sport Report. We cover all of the news and the results from the night before in the sports world. Become an expert on sports in under 15 minutes. Today, Chandler with Sports covers the MLB games from yesterday.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler. Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler, and this is Tiger Beat Sports. And I'm Chandler, and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Welcome to a special edition of this all-crazy sports newscast.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report.
Chandler with Sports is how he wants to go. With is his middle name, Sports his last name.
I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports. With that in mind, here we go. Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Saturday, September 7th, 2019. Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. Before we jump into the results from yesterday, let's catch up on the top story of the night. This is top of the order.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. It's showtime. It's party time.
This is top of the order.
Our top story comes from Oakland, where the Oakland Athletics defeat the Detroit Tigers 7-3 in the first game of a doubleheader. The first game was a completion of a suspended game from way back in May. It was suspended due to rain, then picked up in Oakland. It was the only other time that these two teams would meet this season. Oakland wins the game, but they lost the second game of the doubleheader 5-4. We'll have that in around the MLB, which starts right now.
With one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop. Ortiz into deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
Someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Holy cow!
Now for Major League Baseball.
The MLB lineup from yesterday includes 16 games.
In the second game of the doubleheader, as we said, Detroit Tigers 5, Oakland Athletics 4. This one took 11 innings. Willie Castro doubled to right field to score Dowell Lugo to win the game for the Tigers. Granted, the run was scored in the top half of the 11th, giving the A's a chance in the bottom half of the inning, but the Tigers bullpen held on. Joe Jimenez gets his 6th save of the season for the Tigers. Another bullpen that somehow stayed intact, Colorado Rockies 3, San Diego Padres 2. Tim Melville improves to 2-1, and Danielson Lamet falls to 2-4. Melville for the Rockies, Lamet for the Padres. The Rockies bullpen did not allow a single run after the third inning. Milwaukee Brewers 7, Chicago Cubs 1. Zach Davies improves to 9-7 on the season for the Brew Crew. Cole Hamels falls to 7-6 on the season for the Cubbies. Texas Rangers 7, Baltimore Orioles 6. Willie Calhoun gets his first ever multi-home run game in this game for the Texas Rangers. They would win by 1, thanks in part to their bullpen led by Jose Leclerc, who gets his 11th save of the season. Pittsburgh Pirates 9, St. Louis Cardinals 4. Vince Vasquez gets his 25th save of the season for Pittsburgh, who scored 6 of their 9 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Kansas City Royals 3, Miami Marlins nothing. Ian Kennedy gets his 27th save of the season for the Royals, as the Marlins only had 7 hits on the afternoon. Pablo Lopez falls to 5-8 for the Marlins. Jorge Lopez gets his 3rd win of the season. He's 3-7 for the Royals. Arizona Diamondbacks 7, Cincinnati Reds 5. Robbie Ray got his 200th strikeout of the season for Arizona, but he exited due to a blister. And in the end, for the Diamondbacks, it would be Kevin Ginkel who gets his 2nd win of the season. He's 2-0 with a 1.56 ERA for the Diamondbacks. Tyler Mahle falls to 2-11 for the Reds. Archie Bradley with his 13th save of the season for Arizona. Tampa Bay Rays 5, Toronto Blue Jays nothing. Clay Buchholz falls to 1-4 for the Blue Jays, who only had 2 hits on the afternoon. Emilio Pagan gets his 19th save of the season for Tampa Bay. New York Mets 5, Philadelphia Phillies 4. The Phillies took the lead in the top half of the 9th, and it nearly became a Mets dumpster fire. They had a 4-2 lead entering the inning. It was 4-4 when they came to bat, and in the end, it would be Pete Alonso who ripped off his shirt after getting the victory for the Mets in the bottom half of the 9th. He was walked Juan Lagares scores, and the Mets, they win by 1, saving Edwin Diaz from taking his 8th loss. Instead, he improves to 2-7 on the season for New York. Atlanta Braves 4, Washington Nationals 3. Dallas Keuchel improves to 7-5 with a 3.47 ERA for the Braves. Patrick Corbin falls to 11-7 with a 3.16 ERA for the Nationals. Houston Astros 7, Seattle Mariners 4. Tommy Malone falls to 3-9 for the Mariners as Roberto Osuna gets his 32nd save of the year for Houston. Cleveland Indians 6, Minnesota Twins 2. Well, this one went 11 innings, and in the top half of the 11th inning, Roberto Perez singled, Francisco Lindor singled, and Oscar Mercado singled, totaling 4 runs in the top half of the inning. The Twins simply had no response. LA Angels 5, Chicago White Sox 4. Hansel Robles improves to 5-0 with a 2.52 ERA for the Angels as they scored 4 of their 5 runs between the 7th and 9th innings. They took the lead in the top half of the 9th inning thanks to a Justin Upton homer off Alex Colomé. Colomé suffers the loss and falls to 4-3 on the season. San Francisco Giants 5, LA Dodgers 4. Jeff Samardzija improves to 10-11 with a 3.64 ERA for the Giants. Clayton Kershaw falls to 13-5 with a 3.06 ERA for the Dodgers. Will Smith, no, not the actor, we're talking about the Giants closer here. He gets his 32nd save of the season for San Francisco. The Giants scored 4 of their 5 runs in the top half of the 5th inning off Dylan Floro, who replaced Clayton Kershaw in this game. And in the final game of the night, Boston Red Sox 6, New York Yankees 1. Marcus Walden improves to 9-2 on the season for the Red Sox. Domingo Germán falls to 17-4 for the Yankees. The Red Sox had some tricks up their sleeve as they had 7 pitchers in this game. All 7 pitchers were not on the opening day roster. The Red Sox are pushing for that final wildcard spot. They trail the Oakland Athletics by 6 games after yesterday's games. They also trail the Tampa Bay Rays by 7 games, but they play the Rays in a 4-game set later this month. They trail the Indians by 5.5 games, so they've got a lot of ground to make up over the next 2.5 weeks. That's the Sport Report for Saturday, September 7th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports. In the words of Joe Buck, who is a commentator for Fox Sports,
We will see you tomorrow night.
so let it be written, so let it be done. See you next time on The Sport Report.
Do you want to contact Chandler with sports, have thoughts on sports, or questions about advertising on the Sport Report? Find us on Twitter or Instagram at SportReportCWS for either social media site.
This podcast is copyrighted by The Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler with Sports is strictly prohibited.